welcome back to another episode of the Raptors Wrap-Up. I'm your host, Edwin Lingam, and here we're talking about preseason game number 2, the Raptors facing off against the Utah Jazz on the road in Salt Lake City, where it's always tough to win games. Now, the Raptors are going into this game with another new starting lineup. Nick Nurse is still mixing and matching players as he goes. No OG Anunoby for this one, but the Raptors did throw in a new guy at shooting guard, Kyle Collinsworth. The idea that I have that he's putting Kyle Collinsworth in the lineup is that he's keeping one spot open just in case OG comes back and he can just fit in right there from that missing spot. So the starting lineup went Kyle Lowry, Collinsworth, CJ Miles, Kawhi Leonard, and JV this time in the middle, with Ibaka coming off the bench. Now this lineup is a little more likely of what's going to happen in the future, I think, but probably CJ Miles on the bench. You probably get Danny Green and OG, but this is the lineup they ran with, and Collinsworth did not look good in this game. Let me just tell you that off the bat. Turnovers, running out of control, turning the ball over, throwing it away. For live ball turnovers, just not his night. He only played around 11 minutes. But the things to take away from this game: first, Kawhi Leonard looked real damn good in this game. Pull-up threes, driving baseline, finishing with contact. Still missing free throws when 50% from the field, but 6 of 12 shooting, 17 points in 19 minutes, I believe. Just solid game. He looked active, he looked healthy, and he played real well. Finishing tough baskets, tough and ones, just looking good in this game, really getting back into shape. Lowry had an okay game, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 8 shooting. Not the greatest, but Utah is a defensive team, so the Raptors putting up a bunch of points in the first half, even taking a double-digit lead in the first half after going down early. It was nice to see. Kawhi and Kyle sat out in the second half, but there were some things that the Raptors just didn't do in this game. If you looked at the stat sheet, the Raptors lost almost every single category, and or pretty much tied them, and it wasn't looking good. The categories that they won didn't really help them. The Raptors ended up losing this game 105-90. The bench pretty much played this whole second half, and they were completely dominated. But early, the Raptors did not look good, and first quarter they actually got shut down for a bit. But in the second quarter, you saw some good highlights there where the Raptors were able to keep the Utah Jazz from scoring a field goal for 5 minutes in that second quarter. Defensive lockdown right there. It was Kyle Lowry, DeLon Wright, CJ, Kawhi, and JV. Just solid D, great switching. Everybody's helping each other, and team rebounding was essential here. The Raptors got 14 offensive rebounds in this game. But with all those extra shot opportunities, you would expect the Raptors to put up more points or even shoot a better field goal percentage. That wasn't the case. Raptors had 13 more shots, but 2 less made field goals. And another problem that they had was 11 assists. Just not enough ball movement, especially from an offensive head coach like Nick Nurse. They just weren't knocking them down, and now the ball wasn't humming enough. It was just not fast enough. And otherwise, this team did play okay. Kawhi Leonard was the best player tonight, but the other players definitely got to get better. One person I had to pick out that did not play well, even though his stat sheet that showed he had an all-around solid game, was Pascal Siakam. Now, you've seen videos of him doing some off-season workouts. He's been hitting the gym, he's playing with James Harden, Chris Paul, a bunch of these guys. People have been tooting his horn that he's playing well. But man, he still hasn't got a jump shot. He was reckless when driving, getting offensive fouls and charges all over the place. And he just can't score. It was just a struggle for him to put the ball in the basket. his jump shot is not good enough, and he was reckless driving the basketball. So Siakam's really gotta pick his spots and maybe run a little more pick and rolls with Van Vliet and Delon Wright, who did a great job of dissecting the defense and kicking it out to Ibaka or JV for some quick hook shots or some baskets in the lane. JV solid game again, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 6 of 6 free throws, 6 of 11 shooting. He's just a solid guy. But honestly, Siakam, I really expected more, and I hope I see more. Raptors play Brooklyn October 10th as their third preseason game, and then back-to-back, and then face the New Orleans Pelicans on the 11th. And that wraps it up for their 4-game preseason. But the season's right around the corner. Definitely got to get some more chemistry and more ball movement is what I wanted to see. The defense looks solid. Everybody's helping out. It looks a lot better than it did in Game 1. But the offense is severely lacking. And I want to see if Nick Nurse can maybe put together a few better plays, get guys open shots or some high quality shots. Because, man, 11 assists and 35% shooting is just not going to get you anywhere. And the 3-point shooting was terrible. They were 5 of 27 from the 3-point line in this game. Just utter garbage. Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, you expect a good 3-point shooting team with Van Vliet and CJ Miles, but that wasn't the case. Hopefully the Raptors get it going from the outside, because the 3 is important for this team. As you've seen, they just couldn't hit it tonight and pretty much got blown out. On to the next game. Gotta keep improving. That's what the Raptors gotta do. Otherwise, that's it for the Raptors wrap-up. Peace. Guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap-Up podcast. I'll see you guys next time. Check out the other videos right here. You can see preseason game 1 or some other videos you might like.